Hello all you Legend users. I'm going to do a bit of an informative video on the Legend of what I found out yesterday. Now the hunt that I did yesterday won't be up for another four weeks, so you're not going to see it till then. So I'm going to try and replicate it here now, above the ground, and just show you that I've been on some forums and on some people detect differently, and there was one comment saying that one person just detected using FerroCheck, so he put the 100% trust in FerroCheck. I had a bit of a signal yesterday and the FerroCheck was 50-50. Anyway, I'll show you that. I'll show you that on the test. So the thing that I found yesterday was I think it was a 1700s. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it's a tiny copper ring, a finger ring, tiny copper finger ring. So that was about 7 inches down, which is great. You know, that's some depth, that. And the FerroCheck was working. It was 50-50 on the FerroCheck. Below this, about an inch to the right and about an inch below, there was a piece of iron, quite a substantial piece of iron, a big block about that big. So the FerroCheck was working. It was showing that there was iron and a non-ferrous target, but this guy will not dig, and even if there's one notch on the ferrous, he won't dig it. I've heard a few as well. I've had a silver in the hole when it's had 2 on it as well. So it's working right because there's iron and the ferrous in the ground. But just because there's a bit of ferrous on the FerroCheck, it doesn't mean don't dig it. You know, it doesn't mean it's rubbish. It's working its magic there. So right, where was I got a phone call, so I had to attend to that. So yeah, but the tone, it was a good tone. It was good. There was a bit of iron in it, but this is where the audio overcomes the FerroCheck. FerroCheck should be there with a VDI. It's good on depth. It's got it. You can use it between the three, but priority is that the audio, and that's how I picked. That ring could have been somewhat a lot better than a copper ring, couldn't it? It could have been an absolutely beautiful ring, but it was a pauper's ring, they call them, don't they? Or old man's ring. I think it was a child's. Yeah, pauper's ring. So I'm just going to show you now. I'm going to get onto it and I'll just show you, try and replicate it in a way. Alright, so we've got a 3-inch and a nearly 2-inch, any old iron, and any old iron. Let's get rid of that. Let's put that back. The FerroCheck. So there could be something in the hole with it. Let's put the iron on. That's why you do that. If you get an iron signal with something, get right on it. Look at the FerroCheck there. But if you're sweeping like that, this is why the smaller coil can get right in. See, FerroCheck's on it. It's just getting the coin there, but like that, the FerroCheck's right over. So the guy is swinging around. He's like that. He's thinking, all right, no, I'm not digging it, and he'll move on. But if you get a good sound, you want to get in there and get right into it. This coil's great. It's the first time I've actually tested this coil like that. Look at that, I can get right away from the iron, pick it up on the edge, and always rotate, but doesn't really hit it that way. And this is why if you're going at a different angle to refine, you'll find it. I mean, when you get a feel, you're supposed to lines that way, crisscross and all that lot. So that's why, because it all depends on where the iron is in the ground, and this is why people can keep going over fields. But like all I wanted to show there was how the FerroCheck, and I didn't have the smaller coil on, I had the bigger coil on, and I was sweeping and sweeping, and I heard a bleep, and I looked down, the FerroCheck was like 50-50. I thought, nah, that sounds too good, that. So I dug it, and yeah, there was a big piece of iron, copper ring on top. Now if the iron was the other way around and the copper ring below, I don't think we would have got it. And this is why over years, copper ring is quite light, iron is quite heavy. Over time, the iron will sink, and then the copper ring will, that iron could have been above the copper ring 50-60 years ago, and then it's sunk, and then the copper rings come out, and then you go on and find it. It can happen with the earth movement and everything, how saturated the ground is. The ground moves, so iron can sink because it's heavy. The smaller items will stay where they are, but then the detector can pick them up. So, see how I get sidetracked? I always get sidetracked on something. I'll try and do a topic, and I'll be going on about something else. So, the FerroCheck, use it as a backup. Use it with the VDI. Use them two together. Audio. If you get it tuned in, if you use 60 tones like me, it can tell you so much information in the ground. It can tell you so much information. I'm getting used to it now. I'm on about 60 hours with it. At first, I had to go to 6 tone because it was too much coming from the Simplex, which were 3 tone. But it's gonna keep me in good stead as I progress and I get more hours and more hours. I'm going to learn more and learn more, and I am. And the FerroCheck is good, but you will miss stuff if you're going off FerroCheck alone. That's the truth. That is the truth. Alright, so yeah, cracking detector. We coming up to, it might be, where are we? It might be next week, if not the week after. And I've got the test gardens to go over with. I believe we might be getting pitch tones, so that will be unreal. I'd love to use pitch tones. I mean, the next detector to get pitch tones is like £1,000 more, so if we can get pitch tones on a Legend, we're all happy, aren't we? Let's save that money and let's have an holiday with the rest of the money and get our Legends. We can picking out all them goodies from amongst the iron. Alright, thanks for coming along, and I'll leave the comments open. So yeah, like to have a bit of a discussion if we can about stuff, what people are finding out, and this, that and the other. Let's try and help each other. Alright. Hi, thanks for watching and following the channel. If you'd like to support the channel in any way, you see buy me a coffee at the top there. There's a link. If you press on that, yeah, the money would go towards t-shirts, woolly hats, stickers, travelling, commuting to digs, recording equipment, stamps for envelopes. Yeah, it'll get pumped back into the group. I also do giveaways as well, so yeah, it'll all go back into the group, not the group, the channel. And it'll be very much appreciated. See you on the next one, guys. Yeah, thanks for coming. Bye bye now.